Good morning, everyone. It is beautiful early morning. I tried to do this video garden tour of my backyard end of June early in the morning, and I already see sun peeking out through the trees. So I try to do this while flowers still in the shade, because then you can see all colors and not harsh sun colors. Okay, so I started as usual right out of my door. This is what it's look like right now. So this is Hearty Hibiscus. Hearty Hibiscus blooming. I count blooms. Here is exactly 31 big size blooms. They're gorgeous. They have red, they're kind of like maroon color, and then there has like splashes of purple. Very beautiful, loving it. This is in the back is Duchess of Albany. It's blooming already 2.5 months. So I guess when they're saying full summer, it's for us it's kind of like spring and summer, but in the cooler zones it will bloom for you full summer. For me, not like that much. And of course, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is patient vine flower. I planted last year one clamp, and now I kind of not happy with myself because now it's popping up all over this flower bed, all over, and it's just so invasive. And here it sits on the bottom. Need to walk around and pull it out. So I want to show you guys something. I saw this yesterday. I'm wondering. I'm like, this leaf is yellowing. I turn around. I cannot right now see it, but I have spider mites. So this leaves yellow with dots. It's a spider mite. So I need buy sprayer for spider mites to treat it. This hardy hibiscuses, because last year I was paying attention in the fall. I'm wondering what's going on with my leaves, but I was thinking maybe it's like end of blooming season, and it's just the way leaves supposed to look, tired and weary and baked in the sun. But no, then I turn around and I saw a little spider behind, which is this one. I can see it, but it's kind of hard to show on the camera. Here, this white little dots. This white little dots is a spider mites. So I have to spray everywhere. Top leaves and the bottom leaves, flowers. Have to spray it. But before I'll spray all that, I just want to show you guys. Such a beautiful, beautiful and purple heart right now is coming back. And I was wondering the other day, I'm like, what's going on? This is my peony branch. And I look it inside, and it's look like my cat's been laying here. And I'm like, oh, cats. Squishing my peony plant. Yeah, this is how it's look. Beautiful hardy hibiscus, 31 blooms. Very happy, very happy. Okay, this guy for some reason died. Have no idea what happened. Last year I have at least 5 stems. This year only 1, and even this one has died. And this beauty is sweet autumn clematis. So if I look at from this edge to this edge, it's about good 6-7 feet long, and it's not done. Now it will gonna kind of drape it down even more, and we'll be preparing for blooming time, which is will be kind of in August. One of you asked how did they make look like a tree. I didn't make like a tree. I didn't do it on purpose. It's just grow stems up on this metal arbor. All these arbors are same. Let's go up on the arbor, but because it's a sweet autumn clematis, it's so strong, it still was going up, and then it's intertwined between gutter and spilled it down now. Of course, my husband not very happy about that because it's kind of blocking gutter, but by now there are not too many rains, so it's not really stopping nothing. But this fall, beginning of fall, it will be beautiful picture of awesome sweet autumn Clematis. So Sweet Autumn Clematis I cut down every late fall, and this is how much it's grow in 1 year. It's like, and smell, oh my gosh, people, smell, you guys, it's amazing. Smell them, it's amazing. I love it. Okay, let's go next. Now here I toying with idea with making new flower bed, which is my husband says like, no, no more new flower beds, but I already got planted. I burned accidentally my smoke bush, so poor guy. I got some Limelight hydrangea and then Lil Lime, and this is one of my ethos. So this Limelight, Lil Lime, is loving this spot. It's extremely, so two of them was in one pot and I divide them, and you can see this one has more flowers because this one was have original more soil around, but this guy is a little bit struggling, like a few branches on the bottom died, and it's a little bit later on the blooming side. And this Limelight, have no idea why I didn't divide it, but few branches quite died. I'm watering them every day. I can see that their soil is dry. I water them every day, and they're allowed to be on this spot. This spot gets what, from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. sun, and they're loving it. I was very worried about put them on the full sun because this is hydrangea, and this is first year I tried it, paniculated this hydrangea, but now I'm so happy. I mean, beautiful blooms. I think I start having hydrangea fever. Okay, I usually don't show what happening behind this fence because there's kind of utility. My husband, he get truck parts and other stuff, but what I want to show you guys, actually I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna show this side and then another side. Look at this beauty. It's a hibiscuses I put here. Plant different colors, shapes, well, shapes all same, different colors of flowers and different leaves colors, because it couldn't be just only green. They got some Bordeaux. This one, ballet slippers, I think, or something storm. I don't remember honestly. Okay, now I'm gonna walk around. So how I start that? I start that as what it's called, as a compost pile. Carefully move it this way. As a compost pile. For a few years it was a compost pile, and then I'm like, okay, my Hearty Hibiscus started. I planted them. Let me show you. I planted them over there on the fence, and it was behind those purple. Purple is phlox, and phlox was taller than Hearty Hibiscus, so Hearty Hibiscus was struggling. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just plant you somewhere where it's be only you, nothing will gonna cover you, and you can have all space you need, you want. Of course, this one is my little spy. He came with my Hearty Hibiscus over here this way. So this leaves, as you can see, now I should show other one. This leaves has different leaves that that previous Hearty Hibiscus that I showed to you, heartthrob. It has different shape, and usually this type of hibiscus was blooming for me in different time. It was blooming like what was blooming like months later, but this year it came out for some reason blooming at the same time as my other hibiscus. Look at that, so pretty. Same way, 1 day flower. This one, I don't know what's going on with this one. Poor flower, but yeah, 1 day flower. I'm treasuring every day. Every day I'm coming here to checking my hibiscus, how they're doing. And you see leaves could be a green color or could be like this Bordeaux-ish color. But yeah, very beautiful. I'm very happy. I planted all of them here. They have their space. It's have lots of buds to open up, so it will be beautiful blooms. in my garden. So very happy. Okay, now we slowly return it back to this part. Why we did fence? We did fence because our puppies, when we got them, we was worried about that they're gonna dig under fence and could escape. So that's why we put it in. Okay, my rose is done blooming, but new one is started coming. I'm gonna trim old ones. This one will be start blooming pretty soon. Have here some pots. There's my strawberries. I'll do update. And this one, my favorite, I don't know the name of it. This is my favorite Crepe Myrtle start blooming. I like how shaped it is. It's kind of like a lollipop. Perfect. Loving it. Like this one is kind of go straight. This one lollipop. This one lollipop, and those ones kind of more straight. So all these Crepe Myrtles different. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and those 3 is the same. So 4 different Crepe Myrtle. Oh, look at this one. This one start blooming in the back. Usually when it was smaller size, it was start blooming much later. Kind of red, hard to see against the sky, but yeah, they're all different. So I have idea planted between each Crepe Myrtle this salvia or sage. I don't know what they are. On one picture it's saying it's sage, and another picture it says salvia, in that family. So this is first year I planted that. I propagating from much bigger plant. I'm gonna show you in a minute. So my peonies, this is either peonies, they're green. Oh, another thing I decided, in front of each Crepe Myrtle I want to plant purple heart, and I started a little bit last year and I will continue. So that's why it will be purple, kind of big splotches of color. This is a black eye Susan start blooming, and here's some of echinacea. This is echinacea, it's original one coming from seeds, spreading pretty fast and grow tall and beautiful. Here's more black eye Susan. Yeah, this guys is will not blooming yet, they'll bloom much later, but they're preparing themselves. So this is the bigger clump of blue sage, what I told you guys. I will try and take in and propagate, so I kind of want to have blue in between each one of them. I think it will be beautiful. Okay, now I want to tell you something. So my husband is done watching my videos, so I can tell it's last year in the fall I was purposely trying to pull out all this what's the name, canna lilies. For some reason, I don't know, I didn't decide, don't want to have them here, so I pulled them out with the roots, and I was thinking, okay, they're gone. No, they're not. They're all come back. And look at this guy, he's blooming right there. That's about like what, 8.5 feet tall. That's 8.5 feet tall canna right there. And then this spring my husband says, I like those flowers. I'm like, okay, I'm growing them. So yeah, but I decided I'll leave them there. I don't walk there too much, and they're kind of out of sight. They're not bothering me. I'm like, if you like it, then they can grow there. Oh, my peach. I have no idea what happened to my peach. I don't know, it's struggling. I think it's dying. It's pretty much dying. There was lots of fruits earlier, but there are lots of die. So my hedge of a purple heart is still there. Beautiful. I'm loving it. This is Mandevilla. Mandevilla will not survive for us in the zone 8A. You have to bring in a house in the winter. And lots of people using it as an annual. So Peony, I forgot name of this guy, but Peony in this heat, this is what started will look to them. So that's why in the fall you cut down all these leaves and throw in the garbage, because this could be disease. But at the same time, I don't want to spray it nothing, because it's just staying on the flower, on a plant, and it will be, you know, if it's not fall down on the ground and overwinter with it, then it'd be fine. So that's why Peony right now will start losing its how they look, because summer heat and humid here, what we got, it's what will start looking. My apple trees has lots of apples, and very happy about that. Some started peeking out through the trees. Very happy. Okay, this flower bed changing every day. Why it's changing every day? Because I have lots of daylilies here, so every day it's look a little bit different. There's in the back my phlox. This phlox about 4.5 feet tall. It's already here. This is third year. I'm watering plenty, I'm fertilizing, and it's very loving its spot. Zinnias, I don't plant them. They just reseed themselves. I plant them same way 3 years ago. Daylilies. 3 years ago I planted them. They're just reseeding themselves and coming back. Black Eye Susan not open up yet. This is beautiful. This is Manarda. Oh, let me show you something. So this is Purple Heart. I pulled out this stems about months ago. Look at this. Look at this root system. And this is just water. It's just water and sun. It has some afternoon sun. This is how I love to propagate. This is you know, when I was growing up in Ukraine as a kid, I didn't like Purple Heart because usually we're growing them as a one, like by one stem, plant in a pot, and it's very easily breakable, kind of. And I didn't like it. But when I moved here in North Texas, and I saw how many people using them as a big clumps, and I tried one, and I'm like, wow, it's really loving here, and it's so easy to propagate, and it's beautiful instant purple color, you know, compared to greens. So it's beautiful contrast, and it's all time purple. You know, these flowers is not very important, but there's still a very beautiful touch, you know, to the against the dark purple. So yeah, if I start propagate them, I always propagate them, and that's what I do. And I just put, you see, like in a flower bed, and I'm like, okay, that's purple. Very happy. Okay, this cherry tree, I think I'm gonna remove it. It's been sitting here 6 years. It's giving flowers, no cherries, and my purpose was putting here as a fruit tree. It has 4 different branches from 4 different cherries, but that doesn't matter. They're just scorching in our sun. This is Manarda. This one kind of already spent flowers. Let's look at, find younger flower. Manarda. This is one of the oldest Manarda. It's tall. It's about 3.5, 4 feet tall. Very easy spreading, very easily growing. Kind of, I start paying attention. I love flowers that very original flowers. What it's called, native flowers that before they hybridize them, like you know, like Manarda, very easy to grow, easy to spread. Phlox, easy to grow, easy to spread. You know, yeah, it's a simple color, pink, and you know, but I like the way they're growing. Except for this salvia, this, I don't know where it is even. All blooms are kind of done right now. Well, this one, black and blue salvia. It's spreading. I plant there in the back, and every time I have to control it, I have to yank it around because they're just spreading with its roots. But same way, you know, you want to have something kind of like fast spreading, fast growing. That's what you got. You go to your native plants. I love this one, so pretty. These daylilies. Now, when daylilies, this one is done blooming, what you're gonna do, you follow its flower stem and cut right at the base of a flower, and that's it. So that's why plant don't send energy to this green stalk. It will not have no seeds on it, but it still will send energy to it. And some daylilies are reblooming daylilies. I don't remember if I have any reblooming daylilies in my garden, but this is how you basically make your daylilies come back to rebloom, by cutting down the stems, fertilizing, and keep watering, and they're coming back bloom for you about months or so after they're usually done blooming. This is another hibiscus that that stay here. It's a little bit in front, but before, all my hibiscus was all the way in the back behind my phlox, and they didn't have enough sun. So this guy has stayed here. Just pretty. Yeah, I was I have lots of here daylilies. They're of course done, lots of them done blooming, or like I said, they're blooming only once a day, one flower per day. And I was have fever at that time for daylilies, so I ordered a lot of them. And yeah, now I kind of start losing that fever, but I think maybe it's coming back again. Never know. My taste for flowers changing every year. I love this phlox. It's supposed to be David phlox, but it's not very tall and chlorophyll. I don't know. I planted last year in a flower bed, and it didn't like it. It didn't grow too well, so I put it in a pot with potting mix soil. Hopefully it's growing back, and it's growing back. It's definitely taller, but not as much as I hoping it is. This is David phlox, should be much better. This phlox, I'm loving it. Yep, still my favorite. But I like this one. Look at it, it's kind of have stripes. Yeah, I like phloxes. Phloxes blooming like that pink one will bloom for me good 3 months. Oh, look at this view from here, so pretty. Pinks, this is my color scheme in a garden. Pink, purple, magenta, pink. I'm not really into yellow and orange like that one. But this is my colors, I like loving it. And look at that, my neighbor's crepe myrtles start blooming. I have 3 crepe myrtles from my neighbors here, and here one. So behind our fence, it's a drop, 3-foot drop down to my neighbors. And their crepe myrtles, I don't know how long they've been there, but that root is come up 3 feet up to my garden, and it started growing. So the one that was right next to a fence, I left them growing, but lots of them coming farther, and those ones I'm pulling out. I'm like, no, 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 I don't need. Yeah, zinnia, look at how beautiful it is. I just love it. Zinnia is so pretty. I didn't love zinnia all the time either. When I was in Ukraine, living in Ukraine as a kid, I didn't like for some reason, but I don't know why. But here, oh, it's loving its heat. I love it. Beautiful. My oak leaf, it's changing its colors, so leaves it's turning more green because of the heat, but it will change its color back in the fall. And here's my hydrangeas. Flowers already done blooming. Spent flowers, and this heat is a lot of them just scorching them, but they're done their bloom. Look at this one. The same way, kind of start done blooming. Lots of people posting pictures like that and saying, what happened to my hydrangea? Well, your hydrangea done blooming. So its colors will be changing. Look at this beauty. Will start slowly changing. This is all big leaf hydrangeas. There will usually my pink, you see, like this one, it's green, so my pinks will turn all green. That's what usually there are. Pink, blue, and white, they're all gonna change their color. This hosta is loving it life. I start paying attention when I'm watering hosta. I'm watering from the top, and when water brush leaves, it's losing its color, so it's more green. But here in the back, where water don't touch too much, it's much bluer. I never paid attention to that before. So look at, I'll show you my white hydrangea. This is my white hydrangea, and I bought it this spring at the store, and it's already all green. And you cut down this spent blooms. Actually need to plant it in the ground. And this is coleus I saved from last year, over winter in the house. Same as this one. So yeah. What happened here to my hosta is the rain running down and beating up on these leaves. So yeah, this is my hosta, big leaf hosta. Laying, kind of loving it. But I started, like I said, fell in love with panicle, limelight hydrangea, and any other panicle. So maybe I'll make more of my hydrangea in the garden. But it's beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have an amazing day, and see you next time. Bye.